Why is your student not growing? This is Kevin Shaw, The Right Method. Well, let me explain, and it's not their fault. I go to the doctor because I break my leg. They give me crutches. So there I am on my crutches for 3 months. My leg heals. I go to the doctor, and the doctor keeps my crutches with me. So he tells me, go ahead and use these crutches. They keep the cast on just to be safe, right? They don't want to injure my leg. What's wrong with that picture? Well, if you've had surgery in the last 3 to 5 years, you understand that medical surgeries have become so advanced that a lot of times you're going in for surgery as an outpatient, whereas in years past, you would have gone in as an inpatient and stayed in the hospital overnight. But now they're doing the surgery, they're letting you go right back to work. And this is because they're understanding that people need to exercise these muscles. They need help, they need scaffolding, as we say in education. And then they were looking at the English language development students, those students that use English as a second language, and they were not growing in the state of California. They weren't progressing to the next level, which is to be reclassified as English proficient. The reason they weren't growing is because the teachers in the classrooms, they were giving them the scaffolds, they were giving them the crutches, the cast, all of that. They weren't removing these scaffolds so that the student could develop. You see, it's one thing to have training wheels, to have a cast, to have crutches for a short period of time, but you need to remove these gradually over a period of time. And so what you need to be asking, and no one ever talks about this, is what scaffolds are there for my particular student given where they're at, their particular skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And when are those scaffolds going to be removed so that my student can grow strong, okay? So, and one of the things that we do in the tutoring is we not only give the students this, well, let me back up. We assess where the student is at to begin with before we start the tutoring. And so that way we can get a better idea which type of tutoring to put them in. And then once they're there, we give them the scaffolds, but then we teach them over a period of time. This is why tutoring is not week by week. It's a set of, it's like 6 weeks at a time, or it's 10 weeks at a time, or it's 12 weeks at a time. So that way we can commit to a development, and we can have enough time to give them the scaffolds. For example, the writing process, there's 6 stages in the writing process. And then that also gives us enough time to see that development and to take those scaffolds away. And this introduces a short period of time called the zone of proximal development, where the student is having what's called a productive struggle, meaning that they are on that bike, right? We've removed the training wheels. Now we're asking them to write using these steps. We're not necessarily holding them by the hand anymore. And they're wobbly. And they're asking for help. And they're nervous. And you see, this is the perfect place for them to be, where now they're really going to know, do I know the writing process? Have I really learned it? And it's okay if they haven't, because this is the dance of education that I enjoy as a full-time teacher, as a tutor, is seeing that the students are removing those scaffolds under my direction and having a period of doubt where it's like, I'm not so sure I know this stuff. And then when they ask for that help and they learn what those steps are again, or that one step out of the 6 that they're struggling with, then they're going to be strong because of it. And they'll never forget, this wobbliness, some people call it failing up, is actually good. Failure is a good thing. Not ultimate failure, not, oh, I got an F in the class and that's a good thing, but miniature failures as we're learning to get better. So anyway, Look at the information in the bio or right below this video for more information. Take care.